Hello, today I will read Deuteronomy chapter 20. In chapter 19 it was about cities of refugee and about witnesses. Just one witness, it was not enough to uh, accuse a man of any crime or offense. It should be at least 2 or 3 witnesses. And it was about justice. Show no pity, life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. And now let's read chapter 20. When you go to war against your enemies and see horses and chariots and an army greater than yours, do not be afraid of them, because the Lord your God, who brought you up out of Egypt, will be with you. When you are about to go into battle, the priest shall come forward and address the army. Oh, the priest. He shall say, "Hear, O Israel, today you are praised. Today you are going into battle against your enemies. Do not be faint-hearted or afraid. Do not be terrified or give way to panic before them. For the Lord your God is the one who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies to give you victory." The officers shall say to the army, "Has anyone built a new house and not dedicated it? Let him go home, or he may die in battle, and someone else may dedicate it." Has anyone planted a vineyard and not begun to enjoy it? Let him go home, or he may die in battle, and someone else enjoy it. Wow, wow, wow. They are like discouraging people, making them to go home. But let's see why. Has anyone become pledged to a woman and not married her? Let him go home, or he may die in battle, and someone else marry her. Then the officers shall add, "Is any man afraid or faint-hearted? Let him go home, so that his brothers will not become disheartened too." When the officers have finished speaking to the army, they shall appoint commanders over you. Why it was that? Because if you want to go to the war, you should be not afraid or faint-hearted, and to not have to be very convinced that you want to protect the territory, the land of Israel in that case. So if you have other options, other things in your mind that, oh, I don't want to go to war, I want to be happy with my wife, I want to be, I build a new house and I want to dedicate it, I don't know what that means. I planted a vineyard and I did not begin to enjoy it. So if those things are more important to you than to protect the territory, then go home. You're not good for war. But if you are very convinced, and that when you go to war you realize that all of those things in the back, being happy with your wife, enjoy your vineyard, dedicate your new house or something like that, are not anymore if the enemies will attack. All of those will not have plates. So at first you should think, I want to protect the territory, the country, so that all the people can enjoy their families, any man, their wives, and maybe children, their new houses, their new vineyards, or I don't know what. So, or if you were afraid or faint-hearted, go home. Do not make the other people to be like you. The other military, the other soldiers to weak their hearts or something like that. Let him go home so that his brothers will not become disheartened too. When the officers have finished speaking to the army, they shall appoint the commanders over it. When you march up or attack a city, make its people an offer of peace. If they accept and open their gates, all the people in it shall be subject to forced labor and shall work for you. Well, if they refuse to make peace and they engage you in battle, lay siege to that city. When the Lord your God delivers into your hand, put the sword all the men in it. Put to the sword all the men in it. As for the woman, the children, the livestock, and everything else in the city, you may take this as plunder for yourselves. And you may use the plunder the Lord your God gives you from your enemies. This is how you are to treat all the cities that are at a distance from you and do not belong to the nations nearby. However, in the cities of the nations the Lord your God is giving you as an inheritance, do not leave alive anything that breathes. So here were no treaty peace at all for the land that God is giving them. Completely destroy them, the Hittites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, as the Lord your God has commanded you. Otherwise they will teach you to follow all the detestable things they do in worshipping their gods, and you will sin against the Lord your God. When you lay siege to a city for a long time, fighting against it to capture it, do not destroy its trees by putting an axe to them. Yeah, why would you do that? I mean, you want to destroy, they should destroy the people, not the trees. Because you can eat their fruit. Do not cut them down. Are the trees of the field people that you should besiege them? How God is protecting the trees. Very interesting. However, you may cut down trees that you know are not fruit trees and use them to build siege works until the city at war with you falls. Oh yeah, they should destroy the city too, because they had lots of idols and lots of things, detestable things, and it should be destroyed. Lots of, maybe not at everything, but some cases maybe everything. Even things, not to Every man, yeah, every people, yeah, but maybe every things, even the things. Okay. What we can learn from here is, at first, to go to the war, you should be convinced that this is the way to protect the Israel, and all those things in the back, like being happy with your family, with your wife, being happy with for your new house, or for the vineyard that you planted, or I don't know, that will have no place if the war will not be victorious. So yeah, and the next part, what we can learn from there is yeah, treaty, peace treaty at first, but it was not for the cities and the territory where God told them to destroy it, to have no mercy on them, because they were very God did not like their what they were doing by praying statues and idols, and making lots of detestable things, like wizards, and lots of satanic things, demonic things, and they should destroy it without any piece of treaty for them. And the last part, it was about fruit trees. Do not destroy them. They will be useful in the future for you. Okay, that was the chapter. May the God bless me, protect me, and delight me in the next chapter too. And if you want to, will see me there too. God bless you all, and goodbye.